But then in the long jump, his challenge looked in doubt as he appeared to sustain a hamstring injury. However, he was impressive in the shot to stay in contention. And then equalled his personal best in the high jump to move into bronze medal position. His challenge of the day was the 400 metres. Paul Dickinson was the commentator.
The final event on day one of the decathlon sees Dean Macy going in the 400 metres, drawn outside the reigning world champion and the world record holder Tomáš Dvořák of the Czech Republic, who's had a brilliant day so far. Erkki Null, the European champion, goes in 4. Henrik Dagel of Sweden in 5. Erkki Null now beginning to make his presence felt, and he's being followed by Dean Macy. This is a tremendous run by Macy. The last event on the first day, he's going to win it. Tomáš Dvořák has been left for dead. Macy wins it. That is brilliant. He's absolutely blown his personal best apart. That is huge points. Now Chris Huffins has already run. The man who is in second place has already had his 400-metre heat. He ran outside 49 seconds. I think Dean Macy can move up into second place. Stuart, that was simply phenomenal. Well, way outside his personal best performance, but Dean Macy, remember that name, top of the pile. A huge personal best performance in the 400 metres, 46.72, ahead of Dan Steele of the United States. And he's done it. Dean Macy is in second place. Oh, he's not too far behind the leader either. When Dean Macy came here, nobody really gave him much of a chance of making the top 10. There's a long way to go. Let's not get too carried away. But whatever happens, the first day for Dean Macy is absolutely well, but the big, tall Dean Macy is coming through now. Macy is hurdling so cleanly. This is a brilliant display by Dean Macy once again. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Another personal best performance. 14.36. He's growing in confidence all the time. 929 points. Oh, well, when you've got it, you've got it.
And the important thing is there was no evidence of any injury when he limped out of the long jump pit. We all worried.
For discus throwing. 6'5" tall, muscular, but has he got the technique? He's certainly got the temperament. We've experienced some marvellous moments from this man over the last couple of days. Oh my goodness. Well, that is the first time during these 2 days we've seen a big mistake like that. He didn't actually manage to get the discus out of the circle. We'll want to get some points on the board here. Must get that discus out of the circle. He's done it this time. A big roar from Macy. It's over 40 metres, around about the same distance as we saw from Erkki Null in the first round. And if it's any further than after the first group, which contained only Erkki Null and Dean Macy as the main contenders in the decathlon, look at that. Great Britain are topping the table, 6,218 points. Null, the European champion, in second place. After event 7, a couple of changes, a couple of significant changes, but Dvořák is number 1 still, 6,382 points. But Chris Huffins, not only has he moved from third to second, he's closed the gap on the leader. Dean Macy, 6,218, still in a medal position, but now being pressured by Lev Lobodin. And the next event, the pole vault, is Erkki Null's speciality, big at 4 meters 20. Good running. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, what a start in the pole vault for Dean Macy. That pole absolutely shattered in his grip.
Now, what that's done to his confidence, only time will tell. That's very dangerous. Well, that is the most unfortunate start.
The overall lead, this is 4 meters 60, and he's got it. That is a new lifetime best performance. So the dream continues.
Well, if you ever doubted his competitiveness, well, this underlines what a good athlete he is. To come back from the broken pole, to clear a lifetime best at 460 and 790 points to him, well, that puts him in very, very good stead indeed.
Technically not very proficient. He's still learning this event. He almost went over backwards. That was like a Fosbury flop. But a really gutsy effort on to his lead, but he is being pressured by Chris Huffins of the United States with the javelin and the 1500 meters to come. Lev Lobodon deposes Dean Macy and moves up into third place, but the Briton still has a great shot at a medal. If Sebastian Levique moves well in the javelin, he's a 72-meter thrower, while Macy and Lobodon could be under pressure too. The penultimate event, his right arm, the throwing arm, heavily strapped. There's still some good throwers to come in the next pool. Huffins, Lobodin and Sebastian Levique, the Frenchman, who's going well after the pole vault. And Dean Macy started brilliantly once again. He's holding his elbow, he's in pain, but that is a cracking start. It could be near to a new personal best, yet another personal best.
Well, with that strain on that elbow, we may not see him again, but certainly you're right, Paul. That looked very close to his personal best, if not better. Hits it so hard. His best is 63.30, so we're looking for something around about there. He hit that so hard, it was an all or nothing throw. First throw, he's desperate to get a good score, and he's got it. Not a bad technician either. Hits it very, very hard. So much in this young man. Is technically very sound across the board. Just one or two events to sort out, and he'll be absolutely superb.
He's flying, isn't he? 64.03. That's a tremendous start. 790. Well, I wonder if the French will run as a team. Certainly they will want Levique to put as much distance between him and Dean Macy, who's settling into the middle of the pack and not going for a fast time at the moment. But he will just be looking around him and making sure that Lobodin is there, making sure that Levique is there. Tomasz Dvorak is heading that group. That is not Levique at the front, that is his teammate Boulino. Levique is just in front of Macy, and Lobodin is in that group too. Lobodin is finished, that's one obstacle out of the way. That's the second Frenchman, Boulino. And Levique is not far behind. Macy is moving. Now come on, Dean Macy. The Frenchman Levique is the third athlete from the front, and Macy is chasing him down. Macy goes past the German. He's going to have Levique within his sights. Attila Javolsky is coming round with about 150 to go, but now it's all about Dean Macy. No doubt about who the champion is going to be. Dvorak will retain his title, but this is a magnificent effort by Dean Macy. The gap, I'm sure, will not be 7 seconds. Dean Macy is coming home, and he's going to take the bronze medal. Levique had a splendid run finishing now. The gap is only about 3 seconds. Dean Macy has done it. Now, where is Chris Huffins? The clock is still ticking away. Huffins is dragging himself around the bottom bend. This is going to be very close, even to a silver medal. Huffins counting the meters now, dragging his body over the line. We may have to wait for the official result. He crosses the line now. Now, what is the difference? We need to know that difference. If Dean Macy has beaten Chris Huffins by 20 seconds or more, it could be even more remarkable. Tomasz Dvorak will be world champion for the second time, and Macy wants to know the time. He desperately would love to know the time. Well, phenomenal. That's the only word I can describe. Well, we're being told it could be as big a gap as 24 seconds. Gold and possibly silver together. When Dean Macy finds out, there's going to be a huge eruption here. Now, whoever is in charge of athletics in the United Kingdom, wrap this guy in cotton wool, give him as much money as he wants, because we've got a potential gold medalist for Sydney. Decathlon, the most demanding of events. Dean Macy has already suffered terribly from injuries. We don't want that. It's unexpected and most welcome, and hopefully providing inspiration to the rest of the British team. Huffins' time will be coming up very, very soon. on the official result. Let's look it up. Thomas Dvorak, not a brilliant score, a solid score, but it's a championship score, a gold medal again. Dean Macy, a new personal best by over 200 points, 8,556. And he left Chris Huffins for dead in that 1500 metres.